Hey, hey, Poodle family. Here we are, Wednesday, March 30. Yeah, so we're going to see how this, how's it going, James? We're going to see how this goes today. I, as you can tell, am on the road. Beautiful hotel room. Came up from the conference to get in here for a few minutes. So I've got a streak going, 44, right? This is 44 in a row. And, I can't miss one. So thanks, Space. I know I'm dressing up for you today. It is not a Motel 6, Sasha. This actually is not bad. It's Coeur d'Alene. I'll show you as we get out here. I'll have to show you the lake that we're Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I am here. And it is beautiful. It's a little dated, but oh boy, is it beautiful. Wow. Hopefully, too, I am on hotel Wi-Fi. Hopefully the stream is okay, but we're going to have a good little conversation. A couple of big things have happened this last week that got me thinking. They got me thinking a little bit about what's going on with our token, how we can have our play moving forward, and those types of things that are important. That said, we got business to do, and this is the last week of the Poodle Olympics. Last week of the Poodle Olympics. So who do we think is going to win? Who's going to get it? Who's going to be the one this time that's going to win? Let's find out. So here we go. You are pre-loaded. Arthur has a ton, has 4. Sensi has 2. Iconizer has 1. So that is it. Here we go. Let's spin this baby. Here we go. And there it is. Called it. Iconizer with the one entry and pulls the big bag. Is awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations there. Let's edit these choices. Pull that one out. It is now between Sensi and Arthur for the second place here. So here we go. Oh, where'd it go? Get back over here. All right. And spin. Let's go. And Arthur pulls in second. Then, of course, that means Sensi in third position. So there we go. Congratulations, Poodle fam. Let me find my window again so you can have me back, which is probably not what you want. But there we go. No Poodle Olympics. This was it. Congratulations, everyone who did it. But that does not mean the shilling and the opportunity to win tokens is done. We're just advancing. We are just moving on. We are growing and finding other ways to bring more people in. Poodle Olympics was great while it went, and we just now, we're going to find some other ways to pull some new investors in and just kind of find other ways to shill. So the shilling is not done. We know that if you stop shilling, L is going to come after you. So you are not allowed to stop shilling. So here we go. Congratulations, everyone. I do want to take a moment. If I was at home, I would actually play it. But since I'm on my laptop and a new laptop, actually, this was hell. This brand new laptop, it's beautiful. The thing weighs like it's a tank. But I didn't have any of this video stuff set up on it. So in my last session that I was sitting in, I'm sitting there configuring this whole thing for streaming. So thankfully, we're doing well. And I got it up and running. But that said, get on the Telegram. There is a pinned message from Tony. It is an amazing message, and it ties in with exactly what I'm going to talk about today. Okay? If you go up there, you'll be able to hear. I'm sure it's up there somewhere, but you want to hear his message, assuming it's still there. Just about holding and what we think of when we do our investing, and how many people want to just say, whatever, we are going to, moon today, moon tomorrow, moon whatever. And we know we will end up mooning, but that's really not the point of it here. The point is that smart investments are made through long-term investments, right? We've all heard it. Tony does have a higher pitched voice than we all thought, didn't we? But we all want to see crypto like blow up, and we all hear about the people who made money overnight. But the fact is, money is made through smart investing, and we all have that opportunity to do it. And we know that our token, we have our 1-year anniversary this month, coming up next month, right? April. That's a huge accomplishment, and we want to continue to celebrate that. So go in, listen, listen to the message, because I think it's really inspiring. Also, while you're there, we do have voting going on for our little meme competition. Again, other ways to get free tokens. So make sure that you vote in that, and again, start to participate. A lot of things are going to be happening. But now, that said, let's come back to why we are here today. It got out there, so I'm still waiting for the video to actually get done. They said it'd be 2 to 3 days after the whole forum thing ended, which actually just ended on Sunday. So hopefully it'll be out soon. The video of, I had the great opportunity to talk to an event that is sponsored by the UN, but also there were tons of other aid groups that are part of it. Local world governments were part of this, influencers in the education industry, which of course, as you know, that's what I do. But that said, the conversation was aimed at, I was asked basically to speak about utilizing newer technologies, or zooming technologies. Look at what we're doing right now. We have an active chat with people all over the world, right? Going on at this moment. And how can we capture that and help it solve issues of equity and access and diversity in education around the world? And so that, to me, it's an issue dear to my heart, but what I ended up saying is, how does this matter? What does this mean for Poodle? Like, why? Because I believe strongly that we will never solve issues of inequity and access until we are fully invested into the blockchain as a society. Web3, NFTs, cryptocurrency, everything built upon the blockchain is a great equalizer. We know it. Look at the people who are here on this live chat. Look at the people who are in our Telegram. Look at the community we have built. And now we know, though, that very few people have the ability to get onto the blockchain. Very few have used it. So a lot of people don't understand the power of it. Right now, and again, I can only speak for the United States. When you bring up, your tokens, your meme coins that you're interested in, a lot of times people think about, they're going to think about a pump and dump scheme, this crypto that went up and then dropped, and oh gosh, look at the price of Bitcoin shooting right back up there. They're all shooting back up there. They think about that, how they all rushed in. They rushed in as everybody was getting excited about it. And of course, we had our bear market crash-ish. At least now we're getting bullish again. But so you get bad taste in people's mouths, and then they start seeing what's the word I'm saying? The NFT things, and you start getting the naysayers saying, oh, you're just, people are paying tons of money for a JPEG. Well, are they? What I think people don't understand is just because we just because we've used technologies in a certain way to grab attention. And of course, the blockchain is great for NFTs and is great for cryptocurrency. There's a lot more it can do with it. And I think this is where it's really exciting for Poodle. I ended up showing I guess if I'd had more time, I could have had my presentation up. But you all saw me tweet when I was at the opening of the Vellum LA NFT art gallery last week. It was Thursday last week, and I brought out the AR app and the Poodle, and I, put Poodle there. Took a picture of it, had someone stand there, and got myself arm wrapped around the shoulder with Poodle, and also just looking at some of the art there. I used those those pictures in my presentation because I wanted to show how what we're doing will have an opportunity for especially kids and others to see and experience the world through the eyes of somebody else, right? We understand, and that you can't always have people in a third world country. They don't have money to go to the Louvre, right? They don't have money to travel the world to see the great, whatever, works of art or locations, whatever, the Wall of China, the pyramids, Eiffel Tower, New York, Statue of Liberty, right? Especially from underprivileged areas. Well, if we can get people into the metaverse, we can get people into using 3D AR. And if you think like our Poodle, how a kid could attach onto that character, and that character can take them around the world, right? Those are the possibilities that are there. Now, we've got partnerships we're already building, right? The thing with Poodle is obviously we've had to focus on how to make it easier for people to buy, like our exchanges, right? We've been able to get exchange partners, which you saw the article come out last week, right? Which was great. Again, we love that we're starting to make it easier for people to get us. We're looking at other exchanges. We're continuing to build that side, the business side, but that's only one part of it. How can we now use our token, our utility, and make it actually do good? We already know that we donate to our charities, right? But can we do more than that, right? If we can now have these worlds where you join in as your Poodle or whatever. I mean, I can just talk the metaverse in general. And we can create these worlds where now someone who just has a laptop and has internet can now, two other big issues, just getting that. But assuming they have that, they now can experience the world in a completely different way. And this is what's important. And that's where I brought up to this council, and how that's where we have to jump in if we want to change the world. And it was great afterwards when I finished talking, and the host of the event, she paused and just really said that it was kind of a kudos to us for what we're doing and how the possibilities are there. And it's so early. I think education is key, and that's why I love things like the Poodlacademy. How can we start to work these things together so that we can educate both people on how to use Web3, how to use blockchain, how to use crypto, what an NFT is, how a wallet works, basic stuff like that. We can start to educate people, because that's going to be the first barrier. We can't use it as a society until we get past the education barrier. And that's what I love seeing our team doing. Taking a big step in that. So that's what I spoke on when I mentioned Poodle there to the group. It was a minute of it. It was looking forward. I talked kind of the how we got to where we are, and then what is it going forward. And I opened that door to Poodle, and it was really awesome to kind of see the reaction, right? And I think that this is where we want to capture that. It was an honor to be able to speak to the group. I was kind of floored when the invite came to me. I'm going to continue it again. I'll be speaking to them again in October. So that's going to be awesome. Be great to see how the follow-up goes there too. That said, so that was kind of the event. I had that. I've reflected a lot on it. Now, currently going on this week is NFT LA Live, right? It is a large, people coming in from around the globe to discuss NFTs, the future of blockchain, the future of Web3. It is happening in Los Angeles. I was able to catch the first day of it before I had to then hop back on a plane and get out here to Idaho. Interestingly enough, I was in some Twitter spaces and connected to some people, and it was like 6 days earlier that I just happened to be in a Twitter space where I said that I was from USC, and there happened to be events going on because we're being in LA, and I connected with some great influencers who were working on some good projects. Honestly, had an opportunity to. It was kind of cool. So we were having drinks. I invited them over to we have a little private bar restaurant on campus, and I invited them as my guest. And as we were there, I think I tweeted out the picture too. And it was really cool about when I said, they were saying, what projects are you involved in? What do you, one guy's got an ape, one's got some other things. People are doing some work with the Black Engineering Society. Others are working on women in crypto. There's, and they've got various projects. And I said, honestly, with the NFT stuff, I'm new. I've got my own little AR one. I kind of showed it. I said, oh, it's Poodle. Yeah, Poodle. And they're like, oh, you want Poodle? I'm like, well, I'm one of the admins. And they all stopped and went, you're an admin for Poodle? Like, I love what you guys are doing. And I'm sitting there thinking, why aren't y'all buying? And so what's so funny is we have such a great reputation. People out of nowhere, they go, oh my God. And they're like, so I've heard about you. You guys were really part of that early pump and all that stuff. And, I got to tell you that the memecoin thing kind of threw a lot of people off. And they're like, but God, we love that you're still around. And I showed what we were doing with, is there really potato talk going on in the chat right now? Yes, I'm in Idaho potatoes. But you know what you can make from potatoes? Vodka. Okay? You can't make vodka without first having potatoes. So let's get that right. But I don't even know where I was going now. Now I just need a cocktail. But no, so what was neat was hearing them say, oh, well, you're still there. You guys made it through this. And I go, yeah, we're coming up on a year. We're doing this. And I open up the app and I said, here, let me show you what we're doing. And I brought up my poodle and I aimed it at the floor. And I took it, took a couple pictures, showed her out, and they're like, "Oh my God, that is amazing! AR stuff is so cool." And there was showed the picture to the Crypto Twins girls. Actually, one of them. The other one was at a different event. And the twins, and she's like, "That's pretty cool stuff. You guys, we love it. They love to see the moving on from the traditional just memes, which are great, and we've got the meme competition that we're voting on right now." But the true utility, and they said that's really amazing. And I just had it again. It was more meeting new people. I wasn't there to shill Poodle, but of course I can't not talk about it. We were just meeting great people, and I had just meeting influencers in the space who I didn't know, and we kind of came up with some great collaboration ideas together, because they're involved in things like supporting women in crypto, supporting women in the NFT market. And I said, well, we've got a whole group, thing of female poodles as our NFTs. And they were like, wow, that's pretty cool what you guys are doing. And seeing us push. But now, with that, and then we had an opportunity. I said a few words there at the event where they were, there was a lecture I think you might have saw where I put the poodle and I kind of diamond doll there. Shayna Douglas. So I ended up kind of crashing her thing. I was there at the event with her. That's who had some cocktails with her and her crew there. And I, put the poodle up on the class. But that group, they invited me up just to say a few words, and it was really neat to see most of the people there were kids. Again, this was on campus, so this was the youth. We have so much opportunity with the youth right now that it's not even funny. the way they're so interested in it and also so uneducated in it are, if we're not looking at the possibilities that we can get. And I want to say too, and you know, I don't know if this is the right place to have the conversation, but I'm going to have it anyway. Let me say what I saw the little bit from NFT LA Live. There's a big group there. There's a big group, and they're doing a lot metaverse stuff. The way they're utilizing the blockchain, analytics, virtual worlds, and because we came from a meme token into that world, where that world was already existing, I was actually shocked. I think a lot of us talk about it as the new hype or whatever, or the craze, but they've been working on that for years, and they just got their moment to shine finally. And they all said, you know, it's the meme world really kind of opened that door, and it was the next step they were ready for. But they're really far ahead of us. I can't lie. We're playing catch up. I think this is where, you know, one thing that I asked for a little bit of feedback. I honestly said, hey, to a couple of people, you know, what do you think? What do you think of this? This is what we're trying to do. And you guys are you're experts in this space. Two things came out of it. Some collaboration that we're going to be doing moving forward. Still got to work out the details. I haven't really even brought our admin team, but some great ways maybe we can integrate Poodle into their worlds, things that they're doing. And also the NFT art gallery that I'm opening up, you know, we'll be able to show some of their stuff, integrate Poodle in with it, and then because we'll be doing some sponsorings there. So that's good. But I also said, what are we doing? What are we missing? How can we do this? And I'm gonna be honest. We've had these conversations on our Telegram, but they all said one thing. How many of them do you have? And I'm like, it's like 70, 50, 70, something like that. I think we're just releasing our next bunch. And they're like, you need thousands. Even if you do a limited run of 1,000, you can't get mass adoption until you have a lot more. I'm like, well, we're doing about 10 a week. They're like, it's not enough. You're not going to get, because you can't spend good money to, you know, they're like, well, we'll share you out. We got thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of Twitter followers. We'll gladly partner. But if you're only selling 10, why can we need it? And they would do this for free, by the way. Like we're building those relationships. But we can't do it on just the handful we have. And especially every time we release some, what do we keep doing? We buy them with our own people, right? I own 2 of them or whatever it is, right? And we buy our own. So how can we get mass adoption if we keep buying our own because we're releasing them 10 at a time? Or maybe we find some random person to do this. That was the first thing they said is, you know, get a run, get your numbers, but get mass adoption, and then shill the heck out of it. Let it create a following. So however we can auto do that, I don't know. You know, I'm not one of the devs. I'm not in ours. I understand that ours are harder to create than regular JPEGs. Totally get that. But that was from leading experts in that space said we have to do that. And that's the whole, you know, and I understand they're auto-generated. It's tough for us to do. But is there a way we can, you know, speed it up a little bit? I don't know. I'm just speaking out of lessons learned, and I think that this is a forum to say that. We've always been an honest group. Second thing is they said we had 5 different model types I kind of showed. They said pick one and go with it, you know, or call it something else. Like, for example, you know, if you have Bored Ape, there's one look of a Bored Ape, right? They're generatives of one look. And then you can have Mutant Ape, which is the other one, which is still one look. We have too much mishmash. When you open up our page, you see, well, one kind of looks like this, the one kind of looks like this, and then we have the women here, that. So they said, clean that up. Clean that up. Go for being able to just say, which one are you going to do and where are you going to focus them? Have your one model. They like the ones, you know, that I showed with my poodle. They like the other, actually the kids one. I was actually surprised that they actually liked more of the generic ones than the more human ones. They said that it creates a brand which how many times have I said this, and how many times have I been on the Poodlcast talking about how we have to build a brand? So that was interesting. And so that was kind of cool. I think that it's something we should listen to. Okay, these were experts in that space. These are people who are, having drinks with me and I'm hanging out with, and then are doing the keynotes and the main panels and main stage the next day. Okay, so this isn't a random something, right? And we're going to be able to have opportunities to collaborate. I'm working when the opening of my NFT art gallery comes in August. They're going to come out. We're going to start to work together. And again, I see the chat going on. I don't know that we need to bail on 3D, just so you know. Maybe we do need some 2Ds that build and to kind of go off the same idea of the collections. But, and again, not to decide, we can have that conversation, but the idea is, how can we automate? Is there a way that we could have, the shirt, poodle shirt, right? Red, then click the color thing and move it to blue, and then click the color thing and make one yellow, and then do how many color combinations or look or accessories? I don't know. And then we also then be able to bring that into gaming. They love the idea. It turns out that putting these things into metaverse and making partnerships in various metaverse things, like we've talked about doing with we've made the connection with the demons and angels people, is not a new idea. They said there's actually a lot of projects doing it, so we kind of have to do it just to stay relevant in that space, especially since we have the 3D. We already see that we're working on animations with them. They said that's all great. People are doing this stuff, and it's weird to look at it and step into their world. Like, I'm actually kind of, even though I love what I do, I love my people. I'm here with my AV community, my higher ed community right now at this conference. This is actually my small cluster of people. I kind of bummed that I missed the rest of NFT LA Live. There's one in Miami coming up, so I probably will meet up with some of these same people, and I might actually head out to Miami for the 4 days there, because I think I can learn a lot. I think we can learn a lot, and there can be a lot of takeaways. And I think that this is what's really, really important. So how we do this, I don't know. Those were just my takeaways, and this was from taking it, of what we need to do. We need to own our brand, separate the brand, even the collections, which might be okay. Baby poodle, regular poodle, female poodle, army poodle, whatever, right? Our different looks. I think we have 5 base models or 4 base models, whatever it is. And how can we create them in mass for mass adoption? That was the biggest thing. They said, you can pump. They love the idea, but no one's going to do it if you only have a handful of them. I know we talked before. Originally, we were trying to pump out like 500 in the first run, but we had to get some out. We had to do that. So however we can start to automate whatever it is. They also said that a lot of these projects, surprisingly, have tons of artists behind them. Even if it's 1 or 2 people who are the figureheads, they pull in teams of devs in the background to just push out alternatives. So it's interesting. And things that we can think about, but it's exciting. If I look back over this last week and just saying from last Thursday, just from the time I did finish the show last week, opening of an NFT art gallery, chatting with the UN over stuff, going to NFT LA Live, and actually having conversations with real people. And let me tell you too, something about the NFT community, at least the ones that I met. Okay. Very, very different than a lot of crypto people. They were so genuine, not afraid to dox themselves. Looked literally, even though, and I had, the funny thing is, I thought, I actually said this to them. I said, what's so funny is because everybody's, Twitter handles or their Twitter pictures are their NFTs or their NFT collection they're part of, right? Or whatever ape they own, right? And yet you scroll down and they're posting pictures of them, drinking, hanging out, arm in arm, not afraid to be doxxed, not afraid of any of this stuff. They really consider themselves artists and coders. And that was really cool. Even when I was at the opening of Vellum LA NFT gallery on Thursday, the artists were there and they were proud to show this art. And I think that's one of the things that's going to be hard for us as crypto, is a lot of people like the secrecy behind signature, which is correct. That's part of the blockchain. It's part of the anonymity, is a key part. That's why I'm proud to be out there and just, taking the docks, no big deal to me. But those are things that we want to start to think about as we grow our community, how we, they really build trust because they know each other. They said that it's interesting that when I was having a conversation with one of the girls, she said, one of the things that turned her off from the meme coins was the toxic Telegram environment. She's like, it's great. We've heard about you. And she's like, and just meeting you, she's like, you're so genuine. And that was, she's like, it's awesome. It's making trust. But there was so much toxicity in the meme coins early on that it gave a lot of people, just a bad taste in their mouths and would push them away, which actually drew them over to the NFT community. And that was, it was kind of eye-opening. And she's like, but I'm glad to see how you are continuing to grow and you're showing that you're different. And I think that's really key because people will come back. The meme coins, we've seen some of the top Twitter people recently in the crypto space starting to tweet, when's the memes going to come back? When's alt season coming back? And when's that that bull market going to happen for meme coins again? And we're positioned so well when that happens. And I think we all feel it. I think we kind of feel. I made a prediction early on that in March we would see this boom. And I know it's almost April. I'm not too far off, but I think we feel it. And that's kind of the interesting thing. So let's go with it. Let's capture it. Hopefully you got a little bit out of this episode. Again, not here really for educating, just stream of thought over 3 key events that happened this last week for me that I'm just honored to take part of. Coming back around, again, I think we're on the right track. If I look at what I said to the United Nations group, we know the power of blockchain, Web3, crypto, NFTs. We are doing the right things. Let's continue to use our token to move the direction society needs it in. You want respect for our token? Well, here's how you do it. Really, really simply. Use it for good. Use it for good. We do it with our cryptos, right? Or our charities, where we do our donations. We use it for good. But let's use our poodles, our actual NFT poodles, our token, our ability that we use our academy and how we educate people. Let's continue to show how we are a different and a unique community. We have heard it over and over and over, how people love when they meet us and they see that we are not toxic. Let's not let that down. Let's continue to move that direction and just show people why we are different. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully it was just some thoughts. I'm going to put where's Tony? I have an open week next week. Let's get Tony on this show. You think we can? All right. We're gonna have to reach out, see if he'll come on, and go listen to the recording over there on the Telegram, and get out there and chill. We've got a lot of work to do. We got to go do the damn work. Okay, we got a lot to do, but we're moving and we're moving and we're moving. It's gonna be good. It's going to be good times. So, all right, everybody. You have a great week. We'll see you on the Telegrams. See you on the Twitters. Take care, all.